Hey, welcome to your Morning Glow Yoga practice. This quick 15-minute flow is all about awakening your energy and starting your day with clarity and with joy because sometimes mornings can just be blah. Think of this practice as a little love note to your body. So grab a mat, find a spot, get a little bolster, and let's get started. So let's get started on our mat, resting on our knees as well as our heels, hips to heels, and we're going to be lifted on our toes just to start to open up our toes, which we often neglect a lot of times, even though feet are our foundation. Excuse me. So go ahead and just shift the toes out, gets a little space. Rest the hips on the heels. And if you need to come off your heels for a little bit, absolutely you can do that. We'll only stay here for a little bit anyway. Just to start to awaken parts of us that maybe we've left in the dark for too long. So letting that glow come from within in every single space. Setting that intention to let the glow from within continue to shine. Inhale, reach the arms up, come up on your knees, and you can untuck your toes here. Palms come together. Exhale, hips to heel. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Fingertips touch. Kind of shift the pelvis a little forward once you come up at the peak. Exhale, hips to heel. Perfect. It feels even better once you tuck that tailbone in. Inhale, shift up. Exhale, come down. Two more like this. Starting our morning by moving our body in such a grounding, fluid way always sets the tone for such a beautiful start. Inhale, come back up. Last time. Exhale, rotate the wrist. Come into a tabletop. Guide the knees underneath the hips. Guide the palms to be directly underneath the shoulders. Drop the belly, carve the nose up. Into cow. Exhale, grip the mat, push through the palms, dome the spine, tuck the chin in. Come into cat, back and forth. Just one more time like this. Drop the belly on that inhale. Exhale, dome the spine. And cross the legs. Extend your legs the length of the mat. Toes pointed up at the ceiling. You can place your little pillow, our regular pillow, or a bolster directly underneath your tailbone to help prop you up and sit up as straight as you can. That's the only rule I have for this. Go ahead and bend into your right knee so that knee is lifted up to the ceiling, and you can kind of use your right arm to hug that knee. Inhale, lift the left arm. Place it back behind you. Keep your gaze following that left shoulder twist here. And you can use your right arm to kind of push you and twist you a little bit more over to the left. And if you want, you can take your left hand and place it on that left knee. Your choice. Find what feels good for you today and get there. Breathe here. Inhale, reach the left arm back, center yourself. We'll switch sides, bending into that left knee. Arm comes around the left knee. Point the right toes up. Inhale, lift the right arm, place it back behind you. Gaze follows. Adjust yourself as needed here. Bring that breath in deep into the belly. You got this. Inhale, reach the right arm back up, back to the center, and extend both legs into a straddle pose. You can move the bolster now. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, rotate the wrist. Let them fall directly in front of you. Once they do, walk the hands forward. Come resting on your forearms. If this seems like a little bit of a challenge, go ahead and plant the palms onto the mat and just keep your gaze between both of the left and right palms. Perfectly fine. Find your you for today and get there. That's the best thing that you can do. It's your morning. Breathe here, find your balance just for a few seconds. Start to open up the lower half of your body, sending that awareness from the soles of the feet to the hips And from the hips up to the crown of the head, walk the hands back, can bend into our knees, and meet me in a downward facing dog. Once you get there, cycle through the knees. This is our first downward dog of the day. I'm already starting to feel better, I'm not gonna lie. Inhale, look up, and meet me in a forward fold. Feet are even and together. Go ahead and spread the toes, plant them back on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep your gaze down, keep your back flat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend into the knees, root to rise. Slowly reach up overhead, keeping that chin tucked till your palms are overhead. Exhale, rotate the wrists down. As you do, hinge at the hips, bend into the knees, come into that forward fold. We're gonna take it again. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, forward fold. Perfect, bend into the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, rotate the wrists the opposite way this time. Hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach the arms up. Palms come together this time. Shift the hands back, shift the hips forward. Exhale, forward fold, bend into the knees here. Perfect. Inhale, reach the arms up parallel to both ears. Come into chair pose. Hips come down to the mat. And you can lift your toes to sink that weight back in the heels, which helps provide you some balance. Bring that breath in. Start to feel that warmth build in the legs. Palms come together. Lean over to the left, twisting over to the left, Palms still together. Revolve chair pose. Good morning. Start to feel that warmth build up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms come together, twist over to the right, revolve chair pose over on your right side. And if you want to, you can open up the arms here. Whatever you do, bring it back in on that exhale to center. Reach the arms back up into chair. Exhale, palms come together, straighten out through the knees. Lift the legs, lift the knees, adjust yourself, take a sip of water if you need to, which it's the morning time, so make sure you're hydrated. And let's set our morning intention. Bringing this clarity, this joy with us that we know is within, not having to externally seek anything, knowing that we have the resources available to start our morning with a beautiful glow of clarity, of joy, of love, and bring that not only here on the mat, but throughout our entire day. Bend through the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, palms come together, slice it down, forward fold. And from here, we're going to heel toe our legs out, a little bit further than hip width distance. Your body's going to let you know what feels comfortable. And keep your right hand down, push through the palm, inhale, twist up on the left. Rotate that wrist while we're here. Any love given to your peripheral joints is absolutely necessary, and your wrist is one of the peripheral joints. Cascade that left hand down, twist onto the right, inhaling, breathe in deep. Fill the belly with air, exhale, cascade that hand down, switch sides. I love good twist in the morning. Exhale, hands come back down. Opposite side, last time. Exhale, breathe here. 3 big breaths. Invite that breath in, guide it all the way to the soles of the feet. Exhale, drop the head. Shake it no. Nod it yes. Inhale, keep your gaze on the ground. Just lift the chin a little. Heel toe your feet in. A little bit wider than hip width distance. Just a little bit. Inhale, bend into the knees. Wide-legged foot or root to rise. Exhale, bring the palms to heart center, prayer pose, sigh it out. And we're going to point our toes to the corner of the mat. And if you need to open up your legs a little bit more, you can. Breathe in deep. Exhale, start to sink it down into a deep squat. And once you get there, make adjustments. Maybe you need to bring your legs in closer so your elbows and your knees are touching. Push through the palms. Lengthen through the spine, pulling yourself up from the crown of your head, almost as if a string is attached from your head all the way to the ceiling. Lengthen and bring that breath in. Exhale, ground yourself completely. Inhale, bringing it in. Bringing some of that morning magic into your day. Letting it guide you forward. That's what this practice is all about. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Push through the palms. Start to straighten up through those knees. Heel toe it back into a forward fold. Once we get there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step that left foot back, followed by the right foot, coming into a plank. Exhale, forehead comes down to the mat. Inhale, pushing up, upward facing dog. Lift the thighs off of the mat. Exhale, look back behind your left shoulder. Sigh it out. Come back up through to the center. Exhale, over the right shoulder and center. Exhale, kiss the toes together. Open up the knees. Meet me in child's pose. Let the breath come back to its natural rhythm here. We built up this warmth together. Now it's time to let your breath distribute it throughout your entire body so it can take what it needs and continue to fuel you throughout the day. Inhale, look up. Come into a tabletop, cross your legs, sit down, and extend your legs forward in front of you. Perfect. Just place your hands direct opposite of your hips and kind of shimmy your tailbone underneath yourself. Adjust yourself. Breathe in deep and exhale. Come back into everyone's favorite pose, corpse pose. Letting your legs come out however you want, your arms. Letting your body start to rest and sink into the mat, sealing our practice. Bring that breath all the way in. And at the top of your inhale, hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, let the breath flow all the way out of the body. And on the bottom of your exhale, hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring the breath back in. The top of that inhale, hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, release. You can return to your normal cycles of breath. We'll lay here for a minute before I cue you out. And we start our day with that glow that we built this last 15 minutes or so. Inhale, start to point the toes away from the body. Reach your arms up and overhead like you're making a snow angel. Let that right hand clasp the left wrist and pull like you're being pulled from both sides. Exhale, bring the knees together, wrapping your arms around. Give yourself a big hug. Lift the head too. Exhale, fully release. And roll over on your favorite side. You get a say. Let's stay here for just a second. Having this moment to relax. And a quote that I was reading last night from Rumi was, "The morning breeze has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep." That was something that stuck with me overnight. It was the first thing I thought about this morning. The morning breeze has secrets to tell you. So grounding and connecting in this way is so beautiful because it is you. It's you embracing your journey, embracing nature, and that's what this is all about. Not just this practice, but what you're doing. That's what this is all about. Push yourself up. Come into an easy seated position. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms come together. Bring the hands to heart center. Bow the head. Let's seal the practice. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I hope that you carry this glow that we cultivated on this mat right now with you throughout your entire day, because it's absolutely necessary for the chaos that is the world. If you love videos like this one with yoga flows that are intentional and accessible, you can subscribe to my channel for more. I drop them weekly, watch out. And also my January yoga challenge that is coming out. That's right, Embrace Your Journey, which is a yoga challenge that's 7-day long and about how you can start to embrace your journey through mindful movement and grounding poses just like this one. Stay on the lookout, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you here next week on the mat. Peace.